Okay, well, so we got the Hobbit trailer. It just came out today. The actual movie comes out on December 14th, but we're so excited about the movie that we just decided we would do a quick review or summary of what we thought of the trailer itself. The first thing I noticed with this trailer that was already much different from the first trailer released for this film was that there seemed to be more humor, and they showed a lot more action as well. And it seems to be a lot more akin to Fellowship of the Ring.
I mean, I think that's something that we kind of noticed in the music in this trailer. It was a lot more, like, grand and epic sounding, like the music in the first movie. It did show a lot more action, and it showed the dwarves kind of being badasses and climbing mountains and fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I really liked that they revealed a bit more of that in this trailer, because when I heard they were making a Hobbit movie, I was kind of worried that it'd be kind of more quaint and like a smaller scale than the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, because it's kind of a smaller story.
Yeah, for sure.
But this trailer kind of like dispelled those worries that I had, because it looks really epic, and like they made the sets and the action very large scale and like epic.
And I also have to totally agree with you about the music. The music is also composed by the same guy who did the Lord of the Rings music. It's very comparable to what he did on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, the music seems really good and creates...
It sounds great.
Yeah, it really makes for a really epic feel. Along with that...
And
yeah, go ahead.
Well, and I mean, that guy, I think, he's won awards for his, tracks for films, and I mean, I think this isn't not going to disappoint.
When I saw the first trailer, I wasn't sure whether these dwarves were going to be like badasses. And I think a lot of them are going to provide comedic relief, but at the same time, there's going to be a couple like Thorin Oakenshield who are going to like play those like vital roles that are needed in this type of movie, where they play these like strong like badass characters like Viggo Mortensen in Lord of the Rings playing Aragorn. The Riddles in the Dark scene with Gollum and Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
That seems really cool. When I read the book, I was curious how that was going to translate to the movie, but after seeing that short scene, it seems like it's actually going to work really well. And I do think that this movie is overall going to be a little bit funnier and more than Lord of the Rings. That tone could change when we get to the second and third movie. Things might get a lot more serious. The number one scene that I thought was the coolest in this trailer was when we saw Gandalf. What I think he was doing was like looking for the necromancer. It doesn't explain that in the Hobbit book, but it does describe Gandalf leaving and going off somewhere, but not telling the dwarves or Bilbo Baggins where he's going. The movie explains that because it's written in the appendices of the Lord of the Rings.
Which the movie includes along with the Hobbit to kind of like flesh out the Lord of the Rings world.
I am the most excited for the serious parts of this film. I want to see Gandalf's journey in finding the necromancer and having to fight the necromancer so that he doesn't rise up again as Sauron. That's going to be an epic scenario, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a lot to look forward to with this movie, and it looks like it's going to be just as awesome as the original trilogy was, at least from what we've seen in this trailer.
Would you say this trailer got you more excited?
This trailer just revealed a lot more of like the action and also the humor that made me like love the first three movies. And I think they're going to bring a lot of that back, and they're going to bring back all the production value that they put into the first three movies with amazing sets and really good acting.
This has a rumored budget of $500 million for two of the movies. So they're really investing.
2 out of the 3.
Yeah,
damn.
2 out of the 3. They're really investing a lot in this. But that could be a hindrance. You never know. But it really looks like it's coming together well, and I'm glad we saw this trailer and got to review it.
Yeah, and I think I trust Peter Jackson with the directing, so I don't think he'll mess it up because he's done a really good job on everything I've seen by him.
But do you trust him to turn a 300-page book into a 3-part movie? That's the question.
That's true, but they do have the appendices to add on, he's got a bit more material to work with.
Yeah, that is true. All right, that sums up our Hobbit trailer review.